In this season of gratitude, I have chosen to walk intentionally, pausing to say thank you more often, not as a casual phrase, but as a sacred offering. For in my life, there are those who have gone beyond themselves to bless me in ways both seen and unseen. We all have such souls, those who carried us on their wings when our strength faltered, who shared our burdens when the weight was too heavy, who lifted us higher even when we never asked. I call them the wings of my life, upon which the wind of God soars higher for my sake. They come with divine force, pulling us out of comfort, propelling us into places of growth, destiny, and elevation. So before I continue, let me echo this gratitude loudly and clearly, to every woman, man, child, friend, caregiver, each one who became a wing in my journey, each one whom God's wind pushed through to shape me into who I am today. I honor you. You are the living testimony of grace in motion, the divine scaffolding of my becoming. Hey, this is Rebecca Nkoye, and I stand boldly as the CEO and founder of Nkoye Prime Kingdom Projects, a vision birthed to align earthly endeavors with the eternal blueprint of God's projects. Here we do not merely manage tasks, we steward divine assignments, allowing heaven's wisdom to guide the work of our hands. As a project manager, I carry a conviction deeper than strategy. I believe in the unstoppable wind of God, the force that lifts us from one realm of glory to the next. The force that lifts us from one realm of glory to the next. It is this divine elevation that transforms ordinary plans into kingdom legacies, and it is the heartbeat of everything I lead. The Bible frequently uses wind as a symbol of God's power, presence, and spirit. Key chapters include Exodus chapter 14, parting of the Red Sea by a strong east wind, Ezekiel chapter 37, the valley of dry bones revived by the breath/wind of God, Acts 2, Pentecost with the sound of a rushing mighty wind, and John chapter 3, Jesus likening the Spirit to the wind. Wind in Scripture carries meanings of power, direction, unpredictability, and Spirit-led transformation. These can be reframed into project management principles. Let's have a dive into Exodus chapter 14, East Wind Parting the Sea, a depiction of project management, strategic planning, and risk management, overcoming obstacles with foresight.
Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites to turn back and encamp near Pi-hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea. They are to encamp by the sea, directly opposite Baal-zephon. Pharaoh will think, the Israelites are wandering around the land in confusion, hemmed in by the desert. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he will pursue them. But I will gain glory for myself through Pharaoh and all his army, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord." So the Israelites did this.
Done! We have let the Israelites go and have lost their services.
So he had his chariot made ready and took his army with him. He took 600 of the best chariots, along with all the other chariots of Egypt, with officers over all of them. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, so that he pursued the Israelites, who were marching out boldly. The Egyptians, all Pharaoh's horses and chariots, horsemen and troops, pursued the Israelites and overtook them as they camped by the sea near Pi-hahiroth, opposite Baal-zephon.
Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die?
Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you.
The angel of God withdrew and went behind them. The pillar of cloud also moved behind them.
Charge forward! They cannot escape the Pharaoh's army.
The Egyptians pursued them, and all Pharaoh's horses and chariots and horsemen followed them into the sea. And the Egyptians said, "Let's get away from the Israelites. The Lord is fighting for them."
Then the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, so that the waters may flow back over the Egyptians and their chariots and horsemen." Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and at daybreak the sea went back to its place. The water flowed back and covered the chariots and horsemen, the entire army of Pharaoh that had followed the Israelites into the sea. Not one of them survived. But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, with a wall of water on their right and on their left. That day the Lord saved Israel from the hands of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians lying dead on the shore. And when the Israelites saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed against the Egyptians, the people feared the Lord and put their trust in him and in Moses his servant. Welcome to Exodus chapter 14, Lessons in Strategic Foresight. Today we'll explore powerful insights from this biblical chapter. Exodus chapter 14 is a profound narrative, illustrating God's meticulous planning and unwavering foresight in guiding the Israelites. God strategically positioned the Israelites, instructing them to encamp near Pi Hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, directly opposite Baal Zephon. This seemingly vulnerable position was a deliberate part of God's larger strategy to outmaneuver Pharaoh. Think about your own projects. Have you ever faced such a moment? Exodus chapter 14 also highlights God's anticipation of stakeholder resistance, a crucial element in strategic foresight. God foresaw Pharaoh's reaction, knowing he would think the Israelites were confused and hemmed in by the desert. He incorporated this into his divine plan. Just as God foresaw Pharaoh's heart hardening, he is actively working behind the scenes for you, anticipating and mitigating obstacles to make you risk-free. The narrative further emphasizes the critical role of leadership under immense pressure. When panic arose among the Israelites, Moses calmly reassured them, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." This teaches us to be proactive, not reactive. Communicating confidence and clarity is vital to stabilize teams during crises or threats. Exodus chapter 14 beautifully illustrates a contingency plan in action, transforming obstacles into pathways. Moses stretched out his hand, and the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind, turning it into dry land. The very obstacle became their path to freedom. May God open your eyes to see the obstacles holding you back today as potential pathways. Effective contingency planning means adopting a transformative mindset. Finally, Exodus chapter 14 shows us the complete neutralization of risk and the decisive outcome. The waters flowed back, covering Pharaoh's entire army. Not one survived. The threat was completely eliminated. God's strategic foresight ensures not just escape, but the absolute neutralization of risks, guaranteeing ultimate deliverance. In conclusion, Exodus chapter 14 offers timeless lessons on divine strategy, leadership, and transforming challenges. God's unwavering foresight anticipates every turn, ensuring his plans prevail. Trust in his strategic guidance. We invite you to reflect on your own vulnerable moments and how you navigated them. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Welcome to day 2 of my gratitude journal. Today, I'm getting deeply personal and vulnerable with you all. As a project manager, my journey has been filled with obstacles, much like the story of Exodus chapter 14. There have been moments where challenges felt like the Red Sea, and only God's wind could part the waters. Just yesterday, I overcame one of my greatest barriers, the limitations of my own mindset. For too long, I let doubt whisper that I wasn't capable, forgetting my true capacity as a child of God. This shift was a personal victory. I've always been blessed with both analytical precision and artistic creativity. For years, I simply saw this as being academically endowed. While I honor my traditional career dreams, I now know my identity isn't confined to titles or office walls. I believe I am called to do great exploits, to build, create, and inspire, without attaching my worth to a white-collar job. My gifts are kingdom gifts, and they can flourish in any space where God's wind carries me. That realization is my gratitude today. Freedom from limitation and the courage to soar higher. Thank you for joining me on this deeply personal reflection. Until next time, keep dreaming and believing.
If this gratitude journey stirs your heart as deeply as it stirs mine, don't just watch. Be part of it. Click like to spread the blessing. Subscribe to Nkoye Prime Kingdom Projects for more winds of inspiration, and share in the comments what you are most grateful for today. Let's build a community where gratitude flows like the wind, lifting, guiding, and empowering us all.